Is he using the same rebreather as episode?
Yeah,
Oh, he is.
rebreather, he is.
That's so cool. Okay, there we go. Check the box of prequel reference. Hello, and welcome to Coffee on Korriban. Today we're watching episode 4 of Kenobi, and this far, I've got to say, I really liked the show. It's had some minor wrinkles, and it seems to be generating a lot of controversy, at least a lot of discussion, about if this show is even good at all so far. We had a good live stream this last Monday talking about that. It seems like the casual fan is really loving this, and the more critical, hyper nerds, as I call them sometimes, don't really appreciate it as much. But I've got SusTea with me today to watch this episode. If this is your first time clicking on any of my videos, then thank you first off, and I hope you enjoy your time here on Korriban, the homeworld of Star Wars news, reviews, philosophy. We like to get into the deeper, more philosophical aspects of the Star Wars universe. So if that's something that you think you're into, subscribe. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. But SusTea, how have you been feeling about this show so far, now that we're past the halfway point?
The first couple episodes were a little bit whelming. I'm not going to say over or under. They were whelming. And then the most recent, so episode 3, that was my favorite by far. Obviously, we got Darth Vader showing up. We got to see that ruthless side of him. He just goes, and there goes that kid, right? And that's something we didn't see before from anything, right? We saw him force choke a couple officers, but that was about it, right? The lightsaber fight, the backstories that we got on all the new characters, it's really, really exciting and interesting to see this.
And Father Time pointed out something on our last stream that, he's like, what is there to complain about other than little nitpicks that only super nerds would find to pick out? And I made the point that there's not really anything super canon breaking or lore breaking like we feared, aside from maybe the Obi-Wan Vader fight, which you can argue, or the Grand Inquisitor being dead.
If they don't explain that.
If they don't explain it. But as far as I've been able to tell, it's been a good show. Now, I just got a text from another super Star Wars nerd friend of mine that says this is the best episode ever. So hopefully it is. Hopefully it lands on that, and that's good information. But we will definitely find out in just a few minutes. Is there anything out of this episode that you are expecting?
I do want to see more Darth Vader. We got 5 minutes of him in the last one. I want more of that in this new one because it'll make it feel more like a movie, it's a part of a movie as opposed to just a show or an episode or something like that. So I want more Vader. I want a couple more fight scenes, and I want the third sister gone.
Well, it'll probably take at least until the end of the series to do that. And if not the second season, because there are rumors of a second season. I just really want Qui-Gon to show up. I want Obi-Wan to get back into his rhythm as a Jedi. I want him to get back in touch with the light side of the Force and essentially get his powers back, because the Force is like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, you start to lose it. It starts to atrophy. And it definitely seems like his Force abilities have atrophied. One of my subscribers pointed out something over this last week, that Obi-Wan uses Sarisu, which is very heavily Force-based. You let the Force guide your blade, and that's how Obi-Wan is such a master of defense. And we saw him struggle to catch Leia as she was falling between the buildings in episode 2, and we saw him absolutely overwhelmed by Darth Vader, which he should not have had as much trouble with as it seemed like he did in this episode, because he's not able to let the Force completely guide his weapon. But I just really wanted to see him be in with Qui-Gon Jinn, get back into the practice of the light side of the Force, get used to his blade so we can have that epic confrontation towards the end of the series that we know that he can have with Vader. And I do hope that if they do bring those characters back together for another confrontation, that it is emotionally driven as opposed to just a cool action scene. Because that's what made the ending fight scene of Revenge of the Sith so epic, was because the emotion behind it. And on top of that, it was just an epic fight. Well, more Vader, some Qui-Gon, please. More prequel stuff. That's really all I want. Just prequel references. Well, if you're ready, I'm absolutely ready. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so 38 minutes total. It does seem like this is a shorter episode. Maybe it'll pack a punch.
No one is coming here, Leia.
Yeah, Kenobi is very bitter and quippy.
Yeah.
So uncivilized. It was really cool, the attention to detail with the other names they wrote in this cabin. A lot of Legends characters that they brought in at least in name, was really cool.
Oh,
I am what you made me.
that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Intro. That's great.
I like the theme they use right here. All right, episode 4. Here we go. You notice that the eye in Kenobi is a lightsaber, right?
I did not, but now I do.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Crispy Obi-Wan. Use the Force, Ben.
Why doesn't he just force heal himself? It was so easy for Rey. Like,
You should have killed me when you had a chance.
Wow, this is cool.
We're on Jabin. You're safe now.
That's cool. It's the same kind of rig as Empire Strikes Back after Luke got attacked by the Wampa.
That's cute.
yeah, there goes my immersion.
Here, princess.
There goes your
The
immersion.
Empire doesn't. Nobody's
She's just intimidating a little girl. This isn't Star Wars.
Is that iced tea?
Ice Cube?
Then help us to get
Ice
back.
Cube. It's so funny. Last week I called it Fortress Inquisitorius, completely joking. I didn't know that was actually what it was called.
Probably got a command.
There's a magnet.
Is this Leia doing this? No. Who is this? Oh my gosh, it's Obi-Wan struggling.
Oh, that's rough.
Your body's not
Holy
ready.
cow, he's way out of practice. I didn't know it was that bad. Man, he better talk to Qui-Gon quick.
Oh, man.
He is
Yeah, he
way
better.
out of practice.
Yeah, he better.
Okay, so here come the nerds complaining about like, oh, you're Lucifying Obi-Wan again. Might as well put him on an island and drink green milk.
We thought
Your friend burned to death. You want your family back? Tell me where they are.
Like I said, it's not Star Wars, it's Street Wars.
Your mind will speak for you, or it will break. It's a metal detector. It's a metal detector.
perhaps I should just inform the Grand Inquisitor of your insolence.
The Grand Inquisitor is dead. But is he?
Classified. All right, I'm inside the system.
I like that they're using those same communication
yeah,
pens.
little sticks, yeah.
Is he using the same rebreather as episode?
Yeah,
Oh, he is.
rebreather, he is.
That's so cool. Okay, there we go. Check the box prequel reference. That's sick. That's so sick. Okay, I'm happy.
That pressure down there, his ears must be exploding.
I know. He's like, what, 200 meters down? Uh-oh.
This guy's gonna...
Is he going to get sliced?
Yep.
Oh, he's going to get choked.
He just dunked him. Oh, he's floating.
It's a floater.
Wait, really? She's mind tricking a child?
I was joking a second ago.
Oh, she's gonna crunch it.
Don't crunch Lola. How dare you? Do not you dare. Probe droid. Seeker droid. Same thing.
Let me see some identification.
No, let me see your identification.
See, they're the same rank.
Can you hear me?
Oh, she just beat someone up.
That's cool. I want that Lego set for that Seeker droid.
That'd be sick.
Oh, he's getting beaten up.
Man, they're playing phone tag, huh?
Tala. Ben. Tala. Ben.
Oh.
He's using the Force. He's doing it.
Obi-Wan! I thought that was her for a second.
Wouldn't put it past the show to have her just knocked out and not explain it.
Yeah. She's gonna lightsaber threaten her. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past her.
They are not coming for you.
Jeez.
Person,
I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
I give you my word.
Which means nothing.
I hope you like pain.
I'll never tell you where they
Then
are.
it's time to make those tears real.
Let go!
Oh my gosh! What is this?
What?
Help me, please!
Okay,
Just
what?
strapping her to a torture chair?
What is it?
Are those Jedi?
They might be. What in the world?
I think I've just found out what they're hiding down here.
Are they
Two.
cloning?
It's a tomb.
Oh,
What in the world?
dude, that's what's his
You are
face,
gonna
the
tell me
librarian
what I
dude,
wanna know.
Yeah.
the old dude who moves really
Yep.
slow.
Yep. I remember where Ahsoka got sentenced to
Yeah,
stay with
yeah.
him.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyone who
Mhm.
doesn't embrace the Empire.
What?
Say something!
Tell you.
Then your choice is made.
What in the world? She's gonna kill her?
Oh my gosh.
What is going on?
What is this show? There's no reason for her to lie.
We gonna get scary. Oh, that was sick.
Oh.
That was so sick. Okay, that was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Not as clumsy or random as a blaster.
Okay, I don't believe that for a second. First of all, that's a little
No.
far-fetched.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Smash on the helmet. Okay, there we go.
Nice
Come on.
deflex.
Okay, this is good. This is
There we
good.
go. Yeah. Oh, he's getting back into it now.
Mhm. Yep.
Hide.
Oh, that's not good. That's gonna be a lot of water pressure.
Or he's gonna break it and flood them out. Yeah. Like,
Put this on.
oh, with the fishes.
That's not good.
Hmm.
I don't think Plastoid is waterproof.
Nope. Is he smuggling
Yeah.
her in his coat?
Yeah, that's so funny. Just smuggling out a kid. Snow speeders.
Yeah. What?
Are these the first little tastes of the rebellion?
No.
No, no, no.
No.
No, they're terrible. Why would they do that?
Oh, Wade's gonna die. I told you Wade's gone.
Yep. Wade made waves. Okay, I've got to say her lightsaber skills are pretty poor.
She's like,
Uh-oh.
You were born what defeat would bring.
oh.
It seems I have underestimated you.
No.
He's being sarcastic there.
Kenobi
He's
is all that
totally
matters.
being sarcastic.
There can be no mistakes.
He's pretty scary. He's really
He's
scary.
very scary. Pour it out for Wade.
Pour it out for Wade.
Oh, Lola's the
Oh.
tracker. Of course.
Signified by the red light,
Yeah.
of course.
Anything red means evil.
And that'll be it. All right, so that was episode 4, part 4 of Kenobi. And first off, SusTea, what are your initial thoughts after the episode?
It was definitely better than the first 3 so far.
Okay.
Overall. Episode 3, the one right before this. Okay,
Mhm.
the end of that was better than this episode. But this episode is better than any of the other episodes, if that makes sense.
I got you.
I really liked how Vader came back. Like I said, I wanted more Vader. I wanted more than what we got in this episode, but it was still something, which was cool. They're putting too much emphasis on the third sister trying to be different and,
Mhm.
you know, not an inquisitor. You know, she has her own problems, and this is how she grew up, and this is what she went through, and no one really cares about that. We want, you know, inquisitors
Yeah.
to be stern. We want them to be beefy. We want them to just have that power, and she's more like a child than she is powerful, if that makes sense. You know, in her,
Yep,
the way that she acts.
it absolutely does. I felt like she seemed to be a lot better in the acting, portraying the character department. And again, I still don't know if that is her as an actress not playing this role very well, or if she's doing exactly what she's supposed to as per the director. I will say that the Vader voice not being James Earl Jones it was more noticeable in this episode, but I don't think it detracted from the story all that much. Ice Cube was cool. Get it? Ice Cube was cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
got it.
It's pretty bad. I completely overestimated Obi-Wan's Force abilities at this time period. He is so out of practice.
Like,
so
I'm literally
out of practice.
You know what's funny is when I think of Obi-Wan and Force abilities, there's a specific clip that comes to my mind in the Clone Wars, right? When he's fighting the slave traders in the tower, he's getting beat up just to like buy time for Anakin and Ahsoka to defuse the bombs, right? He's getting beat up, and then after they're like, all right, bombs are defused, he stands up and goes like this and crunches like both of the two commando droids just like that. And it's so easy for him, right? Which is like almost him.
I mean, he's peak Jedi, right?
He is, yeah.
Like everything a Jedi is supposed to be, Obi-Wan
Exactly.
Kenobi was during the Clone Wars. And I know a lot of people are going to jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, they're Lukeifying him, they're destroying all of our favorite characters. But I think the way that they're going about it this time around, as opposed to when Luke was on Ahch-To, is a whole lot better. They're explaining that he's apathetic about the Force. He's not, he's not bitter about the Force. He's not choosing to completely forget the Force and the Jedi and everything because he wants to be an old hermit, kind of like Luke was. He is just so broken at this point.
He knows nothing can win.
Right. Exactly. And so there's the difference of that. And like, there's no point in practicing the Force because we've lost, as he said in the first episode.
Yeah.
Exactly. So lay low, forget everything. It doesn't matter because it's not going to help. And so that is how he's atrophied in the Force, as opposed to him actively trying to forget the Force. That's definitely not the case. It did seem to come back very naturally to him blocking the lightsaber bolts, which again is part of Cereal.
You know what's cool is it got closer, or it got more accurate, and then more accurate on each deflect, which is so cool.
Definitely. It was very cool to see that his Force pushing back the glass in the waters. I want to do a calculation of how much pressure that would be. Maybe I'll put it up on screen in a second. Right.
Where my finger's going?
All right.
Wait, touch my finger. Right there.
Oh.
Right. Nope. Up.
Okay. But I gotta say, I don't have a problem with him being wimpy or, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan?
I just coined that. I haven't heard that anywhere else. Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I don't seem to have a problem with it, that he is weaker in the Force, because there's an explanation for it, and it's not outside of his character as much as it was outside of Luke's character when he was on the island. Yeah. I still really hope that we get Qui-Gon and, him actually retraining himself in the Force. I think that is necessary, as opposed to just, I'm back to practicing with my lightsaber.
I was just gonna say, can we bring up that torture scene?
Yeah, with Leia.
What is happening?
Why are you spiking a child in the face?
Yeah, what?
Why would you?
You won't tell me where they are, then you'll know pain.
Yeah.
What?
It's a little bit way over the top.
Yeah, a lot of it.
If you don't tell me where they are, you're gonna die. Those tears are gonna be real soon. Strap her to the chair. Get the spikes ready.
Yeah. What?
The stormtroopers are just like, not to 50.
Yeah. Not 50.
Comment if you get that reference, please. Do you hear that sound? That is the sound of ultimate suffering. Yeah, Vader is scary. Vader is scary when he just comes marching in. I don't know how she didn't die. And speaking of I don't know how she didn't die, how did this Tila? Is it Tala?
Yep.
How did she not get sliced by the new Grand Inquisitor?
Yeah. I have no clue. I feel like that would have been more character-esque of her to slice her up.
Yes, that's why I was predicting that the whole time.
Another thing is, I was really hoping Vader was going to take her out. I was really hoping. He got her up here, and I was like, yes, the whole crowd is roaring. This is what we want. And then he's like, oh, you have a tracker. Well, we take the lead, right?
Okay, so I definitely think that when he says, It appears I have underestimated you. When he says that, that's completely sarcastic. I could tell. It was like, fine, you want one more chance to prove yourself? Go ahead. That's how he was saying that. As opposed to actually saying like, wow, I'm impressed. You put a tracker on their ship. Because we've seen him be sarcastic like that before with Director Krennic coming to him in Rogue One and saying like, a great many things to attend to. And Vader's like, my apologies. You do have a great many things to explain.
You know, everyone wanted him to. Every single person that's ever seen this show wanted him to. We hate that character. Get her out.
She's definitely not a highlight of the series.
I'll take Lola as an Inquisitor. I'll take Freck as an Inquisitor.
I think you're gonna get your wish with Lola in the next episode because Lola had the red eye, and we all know red is evil. Red is evil. Yeah. She's gonna start speaking ancient Sith and be able to translate daggers soon.
Oh, that's how it works.
Well, any last thoughts on this episode?
I've said my piece.
Okay, I liked it. I'm gonna put it on par with the other episodes. There's nothing really that jumped out as amazing.
Minus 3's end. 3's end was way better than this.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm still sticking overall in this series to a solid 8. There's nothing really special just yet.
I want to go 6.
But there's nothing terrible. You're gonna go 6 overall?
5.5.
Okay.
5.5
All right.
overall. It's not wowing me or giving me the cool factor as much as The Mandalorian was.
I'd be interested to think what Father Time has to say about this. Maybe we'll have him back on the show on Monday.
One other thing is that they shot a mouse droid. Like, who does that?
That was awful.
What gives you the right? Like,
no, we are all very protective over our droids in our movies.
Droid, yes.
Gonk droids, mouse droids, even probe droids, even though they're bad.
Even in Boba Fett, like Fennec shot the Gonk droid, or someone shot the Gonk droid.
Yeah, I was upset about that.
Like, get her out. I'll take the Gonk droid over the third sister.
Make the Gonk droid the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, please.
And make the Seeker droid the third brother.
Mm-hmm. Anything could be better.
Could you imagine an all droid Inquisitor team? And we have like a B1 battle droid and a Gonk droid and a mouse droid. Well, that's going to do it for episode 4 and the discussion. We'll have a more in-depth discussion on Monday because that is typically when I do live streams. And if you're new here and you have something to say about this show and you want to discuss it more in depth, maybe I'll have you on the live stream. I bring guests on quite a bit, and I'd love to see you there. Other than that, SusTea, thank you very much for joining me. Everyone watching, if you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate your time. May the stash be with you, and I will see you wherever I happen to see you in the galaxy.